Welcome to your interview, Mr. Jenkins. Thank you, sir. How have you been feeling? Great. Just a little nervous. I see. I'll start with the questions. Sure. Go ahead. Will you have finished university by next year? Of course, I'll have finished by that time. Great. And tell me, what grades will you have gotten when you finish? I'm a good student, so I'm sure I will have gotten good grades in almost all my subjects. That's good to know. And what is your favorite subject at the moment? Although I like maths, I spend most of my time writing poems. So I think it is literature. I see. By the time you finish your career, do you think you will have changed your mind? I don't think so. I won't have changed my mind by then. I'm totally sure. Great. You know, it's important to know if this is your passion. Our company only accepts passionate people. I know that. I'll have learned a lot of things by the end of my career. That's excellent. What things will you have learned by the time you finish your career? I'm taking extra writing classes, so I'll have been able to write very well by then. Good to know. Will you have learned any other language by the next year? I'm really good at French, so I will have mastered French language by then. Excellent, because we need all our workers to speak more than one single language. I won't have just finished university without learning at least two more languages. Great. I need to ask you about your personal life too. Is that okay for you? Or you prefer not to talk about it? That's okay. I don't have any problem answering personal questions. Very well. Tell me, how many hours will you have studied by the end of this year? I have started new subjects recently, so I can say I will have studied at least 100 hours by the end of this year. And will you have moved at least once by the time you finish university? Or you think to stay at your home? I got engaged some days ago, and my plan is to move with my girlfriend after getting married. Of course. Will you have gotten married before finishing university? Or it will be after that? I have everything planned, so no, I won't have gotten married before finishing my career. I've already talked to my fiancé. I think it's good you planned your life. Things go better after thinking very well before doing it. That's what I think too. I believe I will have moved with my future wife after getting the job and getting married. Excellent. Will your teachers have recommended you by next year? I have a good relationship with my teachers, so I will have had their recommendations by the time I finish my career. You told me you love literature, so will you have gotten a recommendation from that teacher too? I have already talked to my teacher about this job, and he told me he will have given his recommendation to me by then. I see. Good decision. How long will you have lived here by next year? I moved in 2004, so I'll have lived in this town for more than 20 years by the time I finish university. We need people who can travel to different countries. Did you know about this? I have investigated a lot, and yes, I knew that I pass this interview and get the job, I will have to travel a lot. Great. So we need people with a laptop, but we don't give it to our workers. Don't worry about that. By the time I finish my career, I will have already bought an excellent computer. Do you think you will have bought the newest computer on the market or a simpler one? I have an uncle living in London, so he told me he'll have bought the latest model of computer by that time. Excellent. And are you planning to have children? I mean, will you have already had children by next year? I won't have had children until I can get a good job position, and also I will have bought a house before that happened. Great. Let's now talk a little about your plans for the future. Will you have thought about that before finishing the university? It won't be necessary because I have already thought about it. I was thinking about all my future plans. By the age of 30, what do you think you will have gotten by that age? I mean, professionally and personally speaking. By that age, I will have gotten married, had 2 children, gotten promoted, and I'll have traveled a lot. About the traveling thing, what countries do you think you will have visited before turning 30? I will have visited at least 20 different countries by that time. Also, I will have spoken more languages by then. It's good you have thought about this. What languages will you have learned by then? I will have learned German, Spanish, Japanese, Chinese, and maybe Portuguese. I've always wanted to go to Brazil. Wow, that's incredible. You know that by the time you get the job with us, you will have at least lived once in Brazil? Really? I can't believe it. How's that possible? I mean, will I have had to travel to that country by then? Not only travel, but also you will have lived there because we're planning to open a new office in South America. That's awesome. Will you have opened this office by the time I get a job? I'm just curious about this. Sorry. Sure, don't worry. You can ask me any question. We'll have settled after signing the contract, and it will be the next year. I'm really looking forward to work with you and also to travel to these amazing countries. Hope I can make it. I think you will be a good asset to our company. You will have been recommended by me before you can notice. I'm really happy to hear that. Do you think I will have gotten the job before the planned time? It sounds like you are in a hurry. Why do you ask? No, it is just that I will have loved to tell my mother the good news before she comes to visit me next year. Oh, don't worry, you will have known the answer by the end of this month, so you don't have to worry about that. Thank you very much. I will study hard and get the best grades so I can get my objectives. That's for sure. I hope so. Otherwise, we won't have hired you if we know that you have failed any subject or had any problem. You don't have to worry about that. I am very responsible and I will have achieved all my goals by then. Fantastic. Well, I think these are all the questions I had to ask you. Do you have any question for me? Yeah, just one question. Will I have gotten the answer by mail or message or a call? As you were recommended by the university director, we will talk with him first, and then we'll let you know. I think that's fair. I will have asked him a lot of times before that news arrived. I suppose so. I can see you're very excited. That's good to know. We need motivated people in our company. I am very motivated. Thank you very much for the opportunity, sir. Sorry, what's your name? Richards. Well, Mr. Jenkins, we'll finish the interview here. I hope you can get the job, so good luck for you. I hope so. Thank you, Mr. Richards. I really appreciate your offer and your time. Take care so much. I hope you really liked this conversation. If you could improve your English and practice a little more, please subscribe to the channel and share this video with a friend. I'll see you in the next video.